Hello, this is Gerald Johan van Waas. This is a commission of a request of a question with a question that asked me what is the difference between straight and can you notice that with sounds? Yes, you can. So here it is. The last couple of letters in the system, which includes letters like S, are slightly more difficult to interpret because they are far away, as you can see here, far away. The S is really at the edges of our understanding. Some of its measurements will be beyond our normal perspective, even beyond the horizon. That's the kind of measurements that you have with S. T is about measurements. So with the T, we try to find measurements. Here you have the T and you have the horizon, and we have with ST. We try to measure until where these borders are, until where we can measure it, or from where onwards to where we can measure it. And with the R, we will make connections within our scope of understanding and within a certain time frame as well. So here we have that one already. The A and the I of straight are a combination of a perspective, of a frame in which I can have an objective, in which I can measure them as well, in which I have certainty that I see what I want to see, and the E is the pattern with which I want to see. It's very abstract, but straight is abstract. So with straight, written as S-T-R-A-I-T, I have actually a frame in which I can measure something. And it doesn't matter if it is white or not white, or it is. I have something within my scope that I can measure. That is more or less what it is saying. I can measure it. I have the. It doesn't matter how wide or large it is. I have the ability to see this, to measure it. So if it is small or large, it doesn't matter. I have this ability. That's straight. Now what's the difference with straight? I will show you in a minute, but here you have the points of connections. You have the measuring points of T, which I didn't show you before. The connection point of R with the frame of A and the frame of E, so that I have a countable measurement in a way that I have this ability, even if it is hardly measurable in counting. Let's say that I can't count it exactly. The S is not these exact points that you can have, but I have my scope. That's what the S is actually saying. I have my scope. I can keep my attention together to measure it, even if it is hardly countable in sizes or in exact measurements. That's what the word straight means from the letter positions alone. But now we have the straight with G and H extra to it. So what is the G actually? That's also a letter which is at the edges, very far away, but that's at the far edges, so it's at the diagonal positions. Let's say it is the G is also at the place where it is in the at the place that we also call the heavens. It's at the heavens. It's at the top of your in your throat. It is at that border, and you can only sense it by keep following it up and see how it is changing or not changing. It needs a follow-up. The S is more like this is the range, and there's a part you can't see and there's a part you can see. The G at the edges is really on top of it. It's like in the clouds, in the heavens, and you can only see what the heavens bring by keep to follow it up. What's the effect of it? What's the effect that comes down to you? So it's about the following up. And the H is the frame in which it is livable. So both the G and the H are very dependent on time. So they are about, I keep following it up and see, and I can see it by following it up. Otherwise, I can't keep up anymore. So what is the difference then between straight and straight? The straight without GH is I can follow its full length, no matter its size. I have a sort of estimation, I have it, and I can keep up this idea of estimation. With straight, with the GH to it, I can only keep up this and its length and so on by following it up in time. So, and then you can keep on counting on it. Only then you can keep on counting on it. So that's the difference, and that's how you can remember the G and the H. You have this factor of time, and then only when you keep on following it, you can count on it. And that's the difference between these two words. I hope these were already, they were a contribution to make two different words understand, but with some letter differences. There is a difference in pronouncement as well. Just listen carefully with straight or straight. Just listen to yourself if you consciously say this word in the right context. One of the letters one of the both words is a bit longer, and it's straight has also this length. So this small difference of length of attention given into a length also in speaking it makes your attention in your mind already different. But it's very subtle, and that makes it maybe even difficult for people who also don't have English as their first and primal language or native language. It can be difficult to understand the difference between straight and straight. But you can hear the difference, and the two extra letters, they help you to make you understand, oh, here there's also time involved. It's not just my perspective, there's also time and attention to it involved, and that makes the difference between these two words, and that also makes a difference by your attention to these two words. Anyway, thanks for watching. This was Gerard Johan van Waas. Website, books, Facebook. Bye.